Hello, how are you guys doing today? It's not super early, it's like 6 o'clock. I just got done, probably 15 minutes ago, filming a video on my Peter Monn channel. It is uploading right now on my phone, because it takes too long on my computer. I'm cooking dinner. I just finished my second one. I'm making two of these lean cuisine meals. It's like this pasta. And they're 240 calories a piece, 5 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein, so they're high in protein, low in calorie. And then I'm gonna have a banana for dessert. This morning I had 2 bananas and 2 of these Morningstar sausages. These are delicious. And I am going to, I haven't tracked my food on, I'm waiting for this to cool down a little bit. I haven't tracked my food on MyFitnessPal for a long time, but I'm gonna start that so that I have a good idea of like how many calories a day I'm eating and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you guys something. So I went to Fresh Thyme. If you haven't seen these, my husband is obsessed with them. These Good Health veggie chips. He loves them. So I got him some of those. I was just eating some of these tomatoes. I actually just looked them up online and they are 1.4 calories per tomato. I'm gonna put them in there. But while I was at Fresh Thyme, I wanted to buy, they had all these different reading glasses. And so this is the brand ICU, Eco Eyewear. And certified carbon neutral. Oh, I didn't even know that. I guess that's pretty cool. I have no idea how much these were. But anyway, here's a little case. Is that not cool? See, it looks like a tie, doesn't it? Now look at these. I used to actually have some horn-rimmed glasses like that. They're like horn-rimmed readers. I actually don't think those look too bad. But I wanted another pair of readers because I only have one pair. So I want one that I can like take with me if we go out to dinner or whatever. So these are going to be those pair. And I picked up Pee-Pee's medication. And now I'm eating. And Alex is going over to his friend Sarah's house. They're going to have spicy margaritas. They're going to make them. And I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm trying to eat 6, and I'm eating it. I'm trying to eat early tonight. I woke up, I was the same weight as I was yesterday. That's what you get for getting on the scale every day, right, Peter? This looks good, actually. I'm gonna let that cool for a second. I love when you guys say that. So here's my dinner. I love when you guys say that you like to help me cook in the kitchen. I need to put medications. I just picked it up. This is the old ones. Pee-Pee was just down here eating his dinner, but it looks like he finished it all. Alex fed the dogs. Box looked different this time. Okay. We have one of these little pillowcases for Pee-Pee. Because he has to take his pills every morning and every night. So that we keep him alive a lot longer and he doesn't have a cough. And he feels good. He's been running around today. He loves when Alex is home. Okay. And I wanted to have a little bit more fruit, but I don't want to like overdo it on the fruit, you know what I mean? Oh look, my video's almost up. Okay, well I'm gonna eat really quick and I will be back a little bit later. Bye. Hello, I'm back. Alex is getting ready to leave here in like 40 minutes. His friend Sarah's going to pick him up. They're actually not going to go to her apartment now. They're going to go downtown to Fountain Square and go to some place for spicy margaritas. So I was like, I was trying to lay down because he's watching an episode of, I don't know, some show. And so I was laying down trying to maybe take a nap, but I just wasn't tired at all. And I was like, I cannot fall asleep. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go vlog and get my vlog going now. But I wanted to make, I was like, I'm really craving like a coffee, but like a homemade coffee, and I don't want to go through Starbucks. I had bought this James Patterson book that somebody recommended me on here, and I started reading it, and I literally got into like page 1. I used to not dog-ear books, but I do now because it makes me enjoy them more. But anyway, a couple people had recommended for me to read Quickie too, and I had actually bought this a couple months ago, and I read to page 63, and that was as far as I got. So I was like, this is the book that I'm going to start this weekend. So I started this, and then when I was looking for it, I also pulled out this, it's like a self-help book, but it's by this like guy that was in the military, and it's called Make Your Bed by William McRaven, and it's like Lessons for Living or something. I heard it was really good. If you want to change the world, make your bed, by Admiral William H. McRaven, U.S. Navy retired. Little things that can change your life and maybe the world. And it's like, chapter 1, start your day with a task completed. Chapter 2, you can't go it alone. It's really short. I think it would make a great gift for like a graduation or like a birthday or something like that. So I'm going to start that book. But I also wanted to make a little coffee, and I never use the coffee press. So I'm going to use that. But the other thing that I never use, which I wish I could find it. I don't know what it's called, but it's a thing that goes like that. Where is it? I don't know where we would have put it. Well, that's going to be a reason for me to have to go to Crate and Barrel and buy one. So anyway, okay, I'm going to, well, first I need to make some water on the stove. I wonder where that thing went. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You put the little papers on the top of them. I know I had it because I still have the papers in here. Or maybe I don't. Okay. So these are the different coffees I have. What is that just got on there? This was in, so I have Starbucks, Tryptophan Cure, I don't want that. I have the Veranda Blend, which is like one of my favorites. And then I have this Cafe Bustelo, but I want to do grind beans, more of the Veranda Blend, and then I have this Italian roast. But I think I might try, I got this like in a book box. Sweet orange, black currant, chocolate, espresso. Oh, it's espresso. Oh, it shows that you can make it in one of those little drain things too. I'm gonna have to get one of those. I'm gonna save this for that. And I'm going to use the Veranda Blend. That's my favorite. Do you guys know what this is? It's like medium roast. It's like blonde. So, do you like a coffee bean grinder? I love these. I think to grind your own coffee is sexy. It's kind of like you wake up late on a Sunday and you make ground coffee. But it's a Saturday night and it's freezing outside. Oh, is this not beans? Oh, this is beans. This is empty, is what this is. I was like, what is in there? And all that's in there is like this little spoon. So I'll wash that. Okay. But it's a Saturday night. And it's mysterious and cold outside. Look, I'll show you. I have my new slipper shoes on. They're so comfortable. And by the way, I'm starting to post more on Snapchat and Instagram, especially in my stories. So if you guys would like to, like, I was responding to a lot of people last night. I had messages on Snapchat that went all the way back to August. I hadn't been on there checking messages, but I'm back on there. Okay. There's Alex's Ben & Jerry's ice cream that is not even opened yet. So then I'm going to okay. Ooh, I put so much in. Okay. I don't think I need to maybe put all that in. Clean up as you go. Come on, water. I don't know what was making me crave coffee tonight, but for some reason I was just like, I am really in the mood for coffee. So that's what I did. I actually have two of these these grinders, or whatever they're called. Bean grinders, is that what they're called? I think this is mine. It's a Krups. I actually think my mom bought that for me for Christmas, like years ago, or somebody did. I don't know who. But I think I have another one up here. Another one somewhere. Oh, here it is. Here's another one that I have. This is a Mr. Coffee. I think actually my cousin might have gotten it. Oh no, because our coffee maker that we have, it grinds the beans for you. I wish I knew where that thing was. It's dry. Oh, here it is. Oh. Do you guys know this? This is what I'm talking about. I wish I had. I'm gonna have to get filters for that later, because I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna make some coffee in that, but I don't have any filters for that, I don't think. Do I? No, I don't. I keep all the filters in the freezer with the coffee. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Okay. Well, I'll just use this one. And then I gotta find a to-go cup to go. You guys are like, this is so exciting, Peter. Oh, that scared me. It was my David's tea thing. Although this is not the prettiest one, this is the easiest one to take. So I'm going to take that. Do you guys like to make coffee and just sit around and read or watch movies and stuff? I do. She's Splenda. I had my dinner, and I have to tell you that whenever I go back to eating those lean cuisines, I'm always reminded of how disappointed I am in them. I just don't love them. They're not that great, are they? So, is that my phone? No. So I ate that, and I had my banana. It's 7:36 right now. God, it seems so late. It's so dark outside. And, I'm just kind of like, I guess I could go downtown with Alex and Sarah, but I don't really feel like it. Honestly, it's like cold outside and I don't really want to do a whole lot of anything. Look at this. Okay, so this is my, the Lip Smacker, like, Day of the Dead. And I opened it, but here the thing is that when I open it with my nail, and look. There's like a bit of it that's out of it. This is so good. It's pumpkin brulee. Oh, God, it's so good. I leave it over there. I'm like trying to, I guess I could put on my readers, couldn't I? So it's going to be kind of like a reading in kind of night. I'm going to go vlog. I'm going to make my coffee and then I'm going to vlog for a while early. And then I might do a live stream and then I'm going to get my pajamas on and cuddle in and read. I'm excited. The pages in this book are literally, look at that, chapter 35 is like a page and a half. I sat down in like 5 minutes, read 13 pages. Not even 5 minutes. I mean, look at chapter 10. I'm kind of excited to get into these. This is so corny. It's like nothing that I usually read anymore because I always like feel like I should be reading things that are important to read sometimes. Why? I don't know. Because I usually don't. I just usually read. I don't know. I always feel like I should be reading something that I don't know. And the last couple Michael, why do I keep on calling him that? James Patterson books, I haven't loved. So I'm hoping that this will be good and it'll kind of get me back in the mood. Can you see all that steam? Look at that. I almost went too far with it. Okay, let it sit for a second. Oh my God, that smells so good. As I'm doing this, I'm kind of like, do I remember, like, do you put it all in there and then you push the thing down? I'm like, I hope so. I hope I didn't just screw this up, you guys. Because I kind of don't remember how to do it. It's been so long. Hi. I want to dance with somebody. Okay, so did I do this right? I know, I remember, like, my dad doing this back in the day. And you, like, push it down really slow. I love when you go to restaurants. Let me just pause for a second. I love when you go to restaurants and they do this at your table. Like they make a, you know, a coffee press coffee at your table. I think I'm doing this right. You want to see it so far? Look at that. It's a night to like light candles that smell like, you know, cedar wood and libraries and read a book. Take the dogs out and let them run around a little bit in the chilled air. Sleep in. Go have brunch with my husband tomorrow. Sundays are kind of our days together. I love Sundays. Okay. I like went to reach up and I turned it off. I think my husband's upstairs. Where in Fountain Square are you guys going? What are you gonna wear? Some kind of fallsy sweater?
No, it's cold out.
What?
No, something warm, it's cold.
It is cold outside. Should see if Sarah wants to go and do brunch with us tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. You want to show your taste test? Here's what's left of my coffee. That's good. It's strong though. Okay, I'm gonna read for like 10 minutes and let this cool down for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go and I will be back vlogging for you. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, Donna, I met a girl and Donna was her name. I just made a drama video about Logan Paul and what's his name? Grayson Dolan. And I sang that song on I met a girl. How are you guys doing? I'm like in such a good mood tonight. pull my jacket down. I'm going to work out later. That's my goal for tonight. I ate early, and yeah, Alex went out with his girlfriend, his girlfriend, Sarah, his best friend. I am not going to Rufus Du Sol in Chicago with him. He came home and he was like, do you really want to go? And I said, I mean, I'll go. I like Rufus Du Sol, but the idea of driving to Chicago and driving back, like, I don't mind doing it, but I don't really want to do it. And he was like, okay, because his other friend wanted to go. And so I was like, if she wants to go with you, you guys go. You'll have a blast. You'll have a fun time. So he's like, okay. So they're going to go up there and drive back because they both have to work the next day. So, yeah, that is on Wednesday. Anyway, we hung out for a while tonight in bed and talked for a little bit. And this coffee, can I just tell you, this coffee that I made in the coffee press is so delicious. I love it. When, you know, both of my parents growing up, like my mom had a, what is that noise? It sounds like the radio coming through or something. Oh, I have my phone plugged in. Let me unplug it. So sometimes it makes like white noise sounds. Anyway, when I was growing up, both my mom and my dad like made like coffee all the time. And I mean, through the week, my mom would make like pots of coffee. She also, my mom loved Sanka instant coffee, like instant coffee. Do you guys remember that? I actually have some in the refrigerator because I was kind of like missing it a couple years ago. When we were growing up though, in the house that I grew up in, my mom had a hot water tap. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like where like it's like a special tap that you turn and it's just like boiling hot water all the time. So you could just put like tea, or you could put hot chocolate in a cup, or you know, like instant coffee, and then you could just put the hot tap in there and then the coffee was ready like that. But my mom would make pots of coffee, like always, but she wouldn't make like a full pot of coffee. My aunt, back in the day, when she would have dinner parties or Christmas or, you know, whatever, holidays, she would make, I loved this, she would make half a pot of, all in the same pot, but she would put half decaf, half regular, and then if somebody asked her if it was decaf, she'd say yes, and if somebody asked her if it was regular, she'd say yes. Anyway, but my mom always made pots of coffee, and then what she would do is she wouldn't make a whole lot of it. She'd make like a whole lot. She'd make like a half a pot of coffee, but then she would have, what do you call it? She would have this cold pot of coffee throughout the day, and so she would put it in a mug and she would warm it up, and she would put it in the microwave. Well, often see, I'm trying not to say a lot of times, often she would put the cup in the microwave it, and then forget that it was in there. I came back after my mom passed away. It was like, I don't know, like a week later or something, and she had been in the hospital for a long time, right? So I don't know, it might not have been her, it might have been my aunt or something, but like my mom had been in the hospital. I don't know, nobody was using the microwave. I wasn't using the microwave, and there was really nobody else over there. My aunt would come from time to time and check on the house and stuff like that, but I got in the microwave and there was a cup of coffee with mold in it in the microwave. I'm assuming my mom put it in there. So, yeah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? But my mom and my dad both, like on weekends, or like on a holiday or at night or whatever, like, you know, if it was like a Saturday night or something, like, you know, they would make like special coffee. And like my dad did a press a lot, and he also did that thing. What's that thing called? I'm gonna have to look it up online. I can't believe I found it. I'm so happy I found it, and I just need to go get some filters for it. But my dad used that a lot, and especially when they had dinner parties, you know, like if one of them or the other one had a dinner party, they would use the coffee press or the thing. My mom, when I was growing up, she made coffee in a percolator a lot, and I loved it. And I remember one year my mom and I, when I was younger, we would like read books together. She would pick a book and then like that she had read, and that when she was younger, and we would read it together. And one year we read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. It is such a fantastic book. If you've never read it, it's very sad, but it's one of my all-time favorite books of life. I have not read that. Probably, I've seen the movie since I was a kid, because there's a black and white movie. It's fantastic, but I haven't read the book since I was a kid. I should read that book again. But anyway, I might have been like 10 or something when I read that. Well, my mom read it. She would read it out loud to me. But anyway, in the book, the mom put something, I think like vanilla, like a teaspoon of vanilla in the, what do you call it, in the percolator or in the coffee maker or whatever. When she made coffee, she would put like a tablespoon of vanilla in it. And so my mom and I started doing that. Or maybe we just had a percolator, and I must have been a little bit older than that because I can remember my mom would let me have coffee, but she probably was making decaf if I was allowed to have it. My parents were never weird about the coffee thing though. You know, like, I know a lot of parents are really weird about like their kids drinking coffee. Like, it seems like every time I read a book and there's somebody in there and like they're like a teenager, their parents are like, okay, you're too young for coffee. Actually, this is funny because in that book, Small Spaces, that I just read, that was like, she pours herself a cup of coffee and her dad, and she's in 6th grade, and her dad's like, aren't you a little bit young for coffee? Well, here's the thing. When I was in 6th grade, I didn't want coffee. I didn't like it. I didn't like the taste of it. So I don't know, unless we were reading that book and I thought it'd be real fun to have a cup of coffee. So I must have been older than that. But by the time that I was in high school and I was hanging out with my friends, I drank a lot of coffee. I mean, like every morning I drank coffee, and my friends and I would go to like Denny's and Steak and Shake or Perkins, you know, late at night. We would always drink a lot of coffee. We would always get coffee. Sometimes we'd go in there and just get coffee. I remember Steak and Shake had these little like aluminum ashtrays, and we would sit there and we would smoke cigarettes and drink one cup of coffee after another and solve the world's problems. And then we would go home. That was a fun Saturday night back in the day. It's funny to think, like, you know, when I was in high school and I was with my friends on like a weekend, like a Saturday night, we would start hanging out at like 5 or 6. We started real early. And, you know, every once in a blue moon, we would go to like a bonfire, or we would go to, you know, like a party or something like that. But very rarely, we would just drive around and go places. And, you know, all my girlfriends had guys they were dating, and they were typically, all except for my best friend, she dated a guy that was a year older than us, and he went to the same high school that we did. But all my other girlfriends, like, they would date guys that went to other high schools. And so we would go and, like, see them, or, you know, they'd have band practice, or we'd go, you know, see them where their band practice was, or go hang out wherever they were hanging out and stuff like that. But we just kind of typically on a, you know, Friday or Saturday night, we just like drove around. I mean, I don't remember, do you remember that back in the day? You just cruise. You just go from one place to the next, and then all of a sudden it'd be time to go home. I remember it seemed like weekends went so fast when I was in high school. Tanya and I kind of, I guess, still do that. We kind of cruise a little bit around, and, you know. I met a girl in Donna. So anyway, it is 27 degrees outside. My husband wore like a, I said, are you going to wear something real fallish? And he goes, no, something warm because it's cold outside. And then he put on like a Western shirt and jeans, and I was like, and it was like unbuttoned down to here, and I'm like, that's what you consider warm? He is kind of going to like one of those like hipster beatnik kind of bars down in Fountain. So Fountain Square is this place in Indianapolis, and when I was growing up in high school, it was like there was nothing to talk about in Fountain Square. It was, you know, just, it had like thrift stores, and like it was just, it wasn't a place that anybody like would go to and go out or anything like that. And through the years, it's gotten like better, right? Like they've got like this duck pin bowling place down there, but then they started like putting bars in there. Like if you come to Indianapolis and you want to go out for a night and you want to go somewhere that's kind of like an artsy district, Fountain Square is one of those places. There's a really cool bar there called, oh shoot, they do this burlesque bingo thing on Tuesday nights there. People go there for their birthday all the time. Why can't I think of what that place is called? It's like Black Cat Cabaret or something like that. But anyway, what's interesting is there's this bar restaurant down there, and it's called Thunderbird. And Caroline, my cousin, and I, we found out that they reopened it, okay? And it was supposed to be like back in its day, like in the 40s and the 50s, it was supposed to be like the hottest bar in Indianapolis. Well, our grandfather, we found out through his, because he had his liquor license in his wallet, and when my mom passed away, I gave the wallet to my aunt. Well, when my aunt passed away, Caroline asked me if I wanted the wallet back. So she gave it back to me. We just happened to be looking through it, and we found out that our grandfather had worked at Thunderbird, which they reopened like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And their claim to fame is that it was like the first hot bar in Indianapolis way back in the day. Is that not so funny? And it's a really cool place. They have great food there too. They have like elephant ears on their menu. I love that. Do you guys know what elephant ears are? They're like this sugary, doughy kind of stuff that you can get. Like they usually have it at the fair, like state fairs and stuff like that. Coffee is so good. But anyway, now there's all these kind of like hipster upscale restaurants, and there's like a couple different bars down there. There's this restaurant called Milktooth. That's a brunch place, and Bon Appetit magazine listed it as like one of the top 10 brunches in the country. There's like probably 10 really must-go-to restaurants in Indianapolis down there. They're very cool, and also a bit pricey. But anyway, they're going down there. There's supposedly someplace that's kind of like this upscale Mexican restaurant. They're gonna have I don't know, spicy margaritas, because that's what Sarah was in the mood for. I never was somebody that loved margaritas. I wasn't a huge tequila fan. In fact, it would rather make me sick. I mean, I would drink margaritas sometimes, I remember, but I didn't love it. I would do it like if it was like a margarita night. Like I remember, you guys, this window is so bad. I was gonna get the vinegar today and I didn't do it. I remember, do you guys remember Chi-Chi's back in the day? So this is like when I had like a fake ID to when I turned like 21. Probably 21, right at 20. I mean, I don't remember going there real late in age, but Chi-Chi's was this like Mexican chain of restaurants, right? It's like Olive Garden is to Italian food, Chi-Chi's was to Mexican food. I don't think they exist anymore. There's none in this town, but it was actually really good and really cheap. Well, I think it was Wednesday nights. They had this night called Margaritaville, and of course they played all Jimmy Buffett music, and you would go there and you could get like chips and salsa and unlimited margaritas for like $9.99, right? And so of course we would all go there, but it was always like, it was me and my friends that were all like 20 years old, and then it was like business ladies. You know what I mean? Like business ladies. It was like the hookup. It was like Cougar City, and it was fun. We had so much fun. We danced. They had a little dance floor in there. That is so funny that I forgot about that. Actually, I think Chi-Chi's, where it used to be, is now, it's either, okay, because it was at Castleton Mall in Indianapolis, the one I used to go to. They had them all over. It is either now Olive Garden or Applebee's. Where it was is now Olive Garden or Applebee's. I don't know which one, but I miss Chi-Chi's. There's this restaurant in Indianapolis. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she went there on a date with her boyfriend, or she was trying to decide between two places, and they ended up going to this place called La Piedad, and it's like in where my like office is in Broader Pole, in like the arts area. It's like this little house, and it's this Mexican restaurant. Okay, people do not shut up about this restaurant. They love La Piedad so much. They think it's like the best Mexican in the world. Alex and I went there one time. It's real fun in the summer. You sit like out on the patio, and it's outside, and you can see all the people walking by and stuff, but other than that, I was not super impressed with it. I wasn't like, oh my God, this is a restaurant. And so I said to her, I go, why do you always start talking about La Piedad? Why do you love it so much? And she goes, oh my God, they have the greatest queso in the entire world. Like, I am somebody that, true story, can get sold on queso. And I looked at her and I go, oh my God, I've never had their queso. I go, now I gotta go and have their queso. But I can't right now because I'm losing weight and trying to eat healthy. I've decided that Sundays are my cheat day, so tomorrow I'm going to eat brunch. And I'm really excited. I cannot believe that I have eaten healthy and stuck to this every day since Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days in a row, I have done really well. And if I go tonight, this will be my 3rd day this week going to the gym. I hate to say if I go, because when I go to the gym tonight, it'll be my 3rd time going to the gym. Excited about that. My legs don't hurt as bad anymore. They still hurt. And I forgot, like, when you are out of shape, I forgot how long it takes to, like, get back to working out and, you know, getting used to it and your legs not hurting and you're, like, you know, my upper body, like, the day after I lifted the first night, well, it was, the first night I didn't actually do a ton, so it was the second night that I did a lot on my upper body. I was so sore the next day. The first night I didn't really notice it at all. My legs did, but the second day was the day that really killed me, and I felt like I was like hit by a train. Like, seriously, my whole body hurt. I don't really care if like my upper body hurts, but I don't want to not be able to do cardio, because cardio is the thing that I really want to be doing and getting into, you know, like the mode of doing right now. Like if I have to lift every other day or every 3rd day for right now, I'm fine with that. But I want to, and I know you're not supposed to lift the same muscle groups every day. I already know that. But I want to be able to do cardio every day, at least 6 days a week. I'd like to get to doing cardio 6 days a week. Because I think for me, then I, you know, feel better. It's so weird. Let me tell you, okay? So today, Alex came home at about 4, and he wasn't going to go out. I said, what are you going to do? And he goes, I'm just going to stay in and watch TV. And he was like, can you bring me some veggie chips? I brought him those veggie chips. And I was like, okay. I said, you don't want to go out? It smells like a gas leak around here. I'm kind of like indirectly passing that marathon place over there. I wonder if that's what it is. But anyway, I said, because he usually, on Saturday nights, he usually goes out. And he didn't mention anything about going over to his brother's house, so I guess that plan probably never was happening, never happened. But anyway, he's like, no, I just want to stay in and blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, but I'm glad that he's doing stuff with Sarah. I mean, Sarah hasn't lived here for 9 years, and they don't do as much stuff together as I thought they would. And so, like, I'm really excited that he's, like, doing more stuff with her. I mean, I felt so bad for so long that he, like, I mean, I could go get in a car with Tanya anytime. Tanya texted me late last night, and she was like, do you miss me? Because I miss you so much. And I was like, I miss you so much. She comes back late on Monday. But anyway, you know, for years now, I've been able to just go and get Tanya and go drive around and get a fountain pop, or just go to her house and hang out on the couch, or we go out to dinner or whatever, you know, or go to a meeting. And Alex hasn't been able to do that. And so, like, I think he was kind of actually more excited about just like watching a movie at her house tonight, or apartment, and making, like, you know, margaritas than actually going out. I don't think because he was like, I don't really want to go out a whole lot. And I said, well, why are you guys going out then? And he goes, because Sarah wants to go down to Fountain Square. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you know, she's new back into town. I think she wants to go out and do stuff like that. But anyway, so he came home at about 4. I got home a little bit later than that, and then I made a video for my Peter Monn channel, and then it was interesting because I made the video about Amberlynn Reed, and I got really mixed comments on there, which I knew I would. It's like whenever you do a video about Amberlynn Reed, it's like you, like a lot of people either like it or a lot of people don't like it. But this person underneath there was like, you've not changed at all, and you're as judgmental as you always were, and blah, 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 whatever. And then right after I read that, I went to my Twitter, and Amberlynn Reed had tweeted me, and she was like, I just watched your video, thank you so much, you always see both sides of it. And I'm like, well, Amberlynn Reed doesn't seem to have a problem with it. And then I messaged her, you know, I sat today and I watched, well, let me finish this anyway. So then, I got so bored, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. Okay, so Alex was like, I went upstairs and he was like laying there watching a TV show. I think he's watching, is Daredevil on Netflix? Is he watching that straight through? I don't know what, he's watching some series straight through. And because he said the next one he's gonna watch is Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I'm having a hard time getting into that show, you guys. It's like, 1 second it's hot in here, the next second it's like cold. But anyway, So I got into bed and I laid down for a second. We were like kind of talking and whatever. And he goes, well, what are you going to do now? And I said, I think I'm just going to like try to rest for an hour or whatever. Because it was like, at that point, it was like 7 o'clock and he had to start getting ready at like 7:30 because Sarah was picking him up at 8. And so I was like, well, just wake me up when you're getting ready to leave and then I'll just get up, right? And so I laid there for like 10 minutes and I was like, I'm not tired. So I got up and I came downstairs and that's when I made the coffee. And I was like, I should just go to the gym right now. Like that was my thought, right? Well, forever, I have been terrified to go to the gym at any kind of like normal person hour because I'm like, if I go, you know, like, I don't know, 5, 4, you know, anywhere between like 5 and 8 or something like that on any day, I'm afraid I'll run into like 10 people. See, now it's too hot in here. I'm afraid I'll run into like, you know, 10 people and then I'll be like really insecure and I won't want to stay and whatever. Not to mention, so I'm working at, I got a gym membership at Anytime Fitness. People have been asking, and then somebody in the comment section goes, oh, I work out at Anytime Fitness too. Or I think they put it on my Instagram, so that's where my gym membership is. But anyway, hot, cold in here. But anyway, well, my picture on Instagram right in the background. I don't know why I care. I just, you know, I'll guess I'll start promoting Anytime Fitness because I love the gym. But they only have like 4 treadmills, 4 Stairmasters, and like 2 bikes. It's not like they have tons of stuff. So I was like, well, if I go during the middle of the day, well, they're not, you know. But the weird thing is, I wasn't scared about going. Like, I didn't have any apprehension about going. I was like, I'm gonna go, you know. So that was cool. And Alex has started using our gym membership again. And so I'm like, well, now we have, you know, and he pays for half of that. So we got these 2 gym memberships. And I was like, well, maybe I'll go back and forth between the 2 gyms and then decide which one I want to keep for myself. Man, back in the day, gym memberships were so expensive. They're not as expensive as they used to be, especially, but I have to tell you, like, when we got this gym membership that we're at now, it's interesting because I actually wrote this blog post that then got picked up by the Huffington Post, and it was like on their main Sunday page and everything. I was so excited, and it was called Dear Annie, and it was about how, like, in Indiana at the time, this was before marriage or same-sex marriage was passed in Indiana, or marriage equality. And it was this article about, you can go to the Huffington Post, it's still there. It was this article about how oh, it's gonna stop, hold on. Okay, it was this article about how my husband and I were affected by the ban on marriage equality in Indiana. And I talked about all these different things in there, but one of the things that I talked about was that at that time, like, we could not get a family membership to a gym. And it was really weird. Like, a lot of people responded to that actual comment. And, like, I would never have thought about that before, but like when we would go places, they'd be like, well, are you, like, you know, are you a couple? Yes, we're a couple. Well, we can't give you a family membership, you know, because, and I'm like, do heterosexual couples deal with the same thing? And I didn't understand why we couldn't get, because if you got it as a family, you got a lower rate, see? But if we had to get it as 2 individuals, so I'll never forget the gym membership that we have now together. We got, like, before then, and the guy was, like, so cool, and he was like, I don't really care, I'm gonna sign you up as you guys are a family, how long have you been together? And we were, like, married, we had been married, you know, at that point in Vegas, and, but it was between when we got married in Vegas and when marriage equality was passed, and the guy's like, yeah, so if you're, you know, husbands, I'll just sign you on there as a family. And I loved it. I was like, no questions asked. You know, he respected us as a family just like anybody else, and it was such a cool moment. interesting because I know a lot of people don't like her. I know they don't, right? But like, I was watching her vlogs today and I was kind of like, her vlogs, other than her being, you know, extremely heavy and trying to lose weight and, you know, going from like Weight Watchers to this to that, I was like, her vlogs are really normal. Like, she just does normal people shit, right? And, I don't know, I sat there and just watched a ton of them in a row. I need to find some new YouTubers to watch. I need to find some new YouTubers to get excited about. The thing is, I think there's like this misconception that because like, you know, and I know this from the people that I've known like in the, you know, drama community before and stuff like that, and that typically, like, I think the misconception is that all we do is watch like beauty influencers and stuff like that, but that's really not the case. It isn't for me, and it isn't for the people that I've been friends with typically either. It's like, it's interesting who we watch, you know, we're like, you know, I mean, we're just like everybody else that just watches, you know, YouTube and falls into some kind of fascination. Like I was talking about Nick and Poncho and, you know, the Chihuahua and his dad, and there's other there's other people like that I watch, you know, regularly, and, for just absolutely no reason whatsoever, and I just sit there and I'm like very intrigued by their videos, and there's just nothing that exciting about them. So I don't know, would you guys do me a favor and put who some of your favorite YouTubers are in the comment section below? I'd like to check out some new people and find some new YouTubers to start watching, especially if it's somebody that posts on a daily basis kind of about their life. Like, that's what's interesting to me to watch. Like, that's what I enjoy watching. I don't necessarily, you know, like, the thing is like, I like the tutorials, I like the palette reveals and all that kind of stuff, but like the beauty influencer stuff, unless you follow their social media, it's like, you don't really know anything about their lives, you know? It's like, they don't really, I mean, recently, like, you know, some of them have made some videos about their lives, and like, you know, Jeffree Star did the Shane Dawson series, but like, they don't typically like do videos that are like Q&As very often. I love Q&As. In fact, I put on Instagram tonight, I said, I'm thinking about doing a Q&A possibly with my husband. Put any questions below, because I was like, I haven't done a Q&A in, I don't know, like a week. But I used to love Q&As back in the day. Okay, true story. When I was watching like Gigi Gorgeous, Trisha Paytas, you know, who else? I'm trying to think of, like Tyler Oakley. These are the people that I watched consistently, you know, back in the day. Like, I would say for like a year or 2 years, I watched them like every day. Well, Will and RJ at Shep689, and you know, some other YouTubers. But what I loved was I loved favorites videos. Those were one of my all-time favorites to watch. And there's that smell again. It must be that factory or whatever it is over there, because it's always right here when I hit it, here around the corner. But anyway, I loved favorites videos, monthly favorites videos, and I loved Q&As. Those were two of, and I also liked PO unboxings. I loved PO unboxings. Those were like 3 of my favorite videos to watch of anybody. And, you know, and I know that people are like, oh, Q&As are so boring, I'm so tired of them, whatever. Like, I enjoy watching Q&As. I wish YouTubers would do more of them, you know? It's like, some of these, like, you know, like Gigi Gorgeous and Trisha, they rarely ever do Q&As anymore, and they rarely ever do favorites. Like, Trisha's favorites videos were some of my all-time favorite videos that she did. Gigi Gorgeous's favorite videos, she did them like, I think like every Friday or something. She'd pick like several products of hers. I loved those. You know, and I think also it'd be fun to see some of these big YouTubers that like started doing just some of the regular videos, you know, like some of the videos that I loved by Gigi Gorgeous were back in the day, like when she was in high school and she did like a what's in my bag video, and it was like a Balenciaga bag. That was one of my all-time favorite, like that's one of the videos that like stand out to me the most. Like, for her to like recreate some of her very first videos, you know, or to go in and talk about like her favorite perfumes or favorite this or favorite that. Like, I know people think those videos are stupid, but I think that like the diehard fans love those videos. Like, I love those videos from people that I used to watch, you know. It's like Glozell Green, and she used to do all of the song lyrics and stuff, you know, and I haven't even looked at Glozell's channel in quite some time, but I don't think she does those videos anymore. And I don't know, that's why I still from time to time do the magazine videos, and I've been thinking about doing like a misconnections video and things like that, because, and like some story time videos every once in a while on my main channel, and getting back to some of that kind of stuff, because the thing is like, for the people that have been around for a long time that like those videos, I think it's for like you guys out there that like them, you know. It's like, don't stop doing what people originally liked to begin with on your channel. Like, I miss that about, you know, and it's not like I'm gonna stop watching those people, it's just like I miss watching it. It's like, you know, I've heard so much criticism of Shane Dawson recently that people are like, well, I miss his conspiracy videos, I miss his conspiracy videos. And I have to be honest, like, I miss Shane Dawson's conspiracy videos. You know, at first they weren't my favorite videos, but like I got really kind of like into them after a while. And not only that, but a lot of them were about YouTubers, and so he would be introducing me to YouTubers that I had never heard of before, right, with a lot of his conspiracy videos. The thing is that he's upped his game, and now he's doing these huge series, and I think he just doesn't want to do videos like that. He'd rather do videos where he's more invested in. The thing is that, you know, YouTubers grow, YouTubers change, they're allowed to evolve, they're allowed to, you know, become new people. And I think that's going to happen with any kind of entertainer or artist or YouTuber or singer or whatever. They're going to evolve, they're going to change. It's like, you know, like with Lady Gaga, you know, people are so excited about her, you know, being in, you know, A Star Is Born, and she's an actress. Well, you know, it's like then she was American Horror Story, and people saw her as a TV actress, and, you know, and it's like she has, you know, evolved over time. And Melissa and Jason and Alex and I are really thinking about going to get tickets. So she has a residency in Las Vegas, but she's not there like all the time. But we're thinking about getting tickets because Melissa and Jason know somebody, like they're very good friends with somebody that has a lot to do with all that kind of stuff. And so they could probably get us pretty good seats, if not like a meet and greet. Oh my God, to meet Lady Gaga. But we're going to go to the one where she sits down at the piano. So we're thinking about doing that. But it'll be interesting because, you know, Madonna kind of did the same thing where she did music and then she was in movies. Well, then she took to stage. Do you guys remember that when she was in a play on Broadway? It will be interesting to see if Lady Gaga does the same thing. I would love to see Lady Gaga take to Broadway in a musical. Like, in, you know, maybe a musical that she writes, you know, directs and stars in. I think that would be incredible. And then she's, you know, up for a Tony. I think that would be really, really cool. But, you know, I think that people evolve and people change over time. And it's like, okay, there will always be that those people, like myself, okay, that love the new Gaga, but also want to listen to the Fame Monster. You know what I mean? I said in the video the other day, born that way, and it's born this way, and somebody commented on it. I know, I make mistakes all the time. But anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I love all of the new stuff. I loved her with Tony Bennett. I love all of the stuff with Gaga. But the thing is that, like, I'll always love her old stuff, too, you know? I think sometimes, though, like, people stray so far away from what they were doing that kind of, like, what got people invested in them to begin with, they kind of, like, lose sight of that. I don't know, maybe I've done the same thing. Maybe, you know, like, you know, when I took, you know, the month from not posting videos on a regular basis, and a lot of people were asking for the magazine videos. It's interesting, like, that I still regularly get requests for, like, the magazine videos. And whenever I post them, it's interesting. So people are always like, what is this crap? Why are you doing that? And I'm like, oh, that's somebody that hasn't watched me for a while, right? And I know that even the people that have watched me for a while don't love the magazine videos, but I know that some people do, you know? And, I don't know. I don't honestly know how much time and work it puts for, like, Shane, or takes for Shane Dawson to put, like, a conspiracy video together. But I think, like, to every once in a while put one out for the people that love those, you know, I think you'd be making those people happy. You know what I mean? This coffee is starting to get a little cold. This thing does not keep your coffee super warm. I will say that. I don't know, and then, you know, it's interesting, it's like, I think this was in the Gigi Gorgeous video that she talked about. It was called, like, I've Changed and So Has YouTube, and it was really about her writing this new, she has a book coming out that's called He Said, She Said. It actually sounds very interesting. I'll probably read it. And, I don't really read a lot of YouTuber books, honestly. I've read Chains. Well, I started, reading, which is the second one? But anyway, and I read Tyler Oakley's. I listened to it on Audible. It's called Binge. I thought it was called Psychobabble forever because that was the name of his podcast. But like a lot of the other ones I haven't read. I'm trying to think of who else has one out. Connor Franta has one out. Hannah Hart has one out. But like Hannah Hart's a good example. Like I loved Hannah Hart when she started. Like I mean, I remember watching her in My Drunk Kitchen, and I thought this woman is seriously genius. Like she is genius, right? And Glozell Green was the same way. But then I think they get bored of what they were doing over time and they stop doing it. And you know, Gigi said this in her video. She was like, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. It's like, I'm gonna change. I've done everything there is to do on YouTube. And I think that's true, you know, but I mean, if it was like like Melissa McCarthy is a good example. You know, Melissa McCarthy has taken all of these comedic roles for years and years and years, and she's fantastic at it. But let's just be for real. Melissa McCarthy is very similar in almost every movie that she does, which is partly why I love Melissa McCarthy movies, because when I go to it, I know what to expect, right? Well, she's coming up in this new movie with a more dramatic role for her, and people are saying that she's incredible in it, and I think that's great. Like, I think it's great to try new things. I think everybody should, you know? It's why I have 5 channels. Let's just be for real. But, you know, people are always like, well, why don't you have your, all your channels, like, on, like, why don't you have all your videos on the same channel? It was interesting because I was talking to somebody from YouTube, and, I said to her, I said, I know people are always like, you know, why do you not have all your, like, videos on one channel instead of having 5 channels? And she goes, no, I think it's a smart idea for you. She's like, you know, if people want to watch your vlog, they'll come and they'll subscribe and watch your vlog. If people want to watch your main channel, they'll watch your main channel. They don't have to have all the vlogs come up, you know, it's whatever. And, I like having it that way. I'm actually seeing a lot of YouTubers start to make second and third. I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, a lot of the people that I watched had second and third channels for a long time, you know? And I think back in the day, that was kind of the thing. It was like you had a channel and then you had a vlog channel. Some of my favorite videos of, like, Trisha are her vlogs. I just love watching vlogs, period. I love just watching people. What is that about? Like, is that us, like, obsessed with reality television or something, that we just love people in their, like, natural environment? You know what I mean? You know what I'm not talking, I'm in my head thinking, right? Somebody, like, said something, I saw it somewhere, and they said about my vlogs, and they said that they seem so scripted, and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, these are the kind of comments that crack me up, right? I'm like, are you, I think this was on Twitter, somebody tagged me in it. I was like, are you serious? Okay, now let's be for real. My vlogs are a minimum of an hour every night, okay? I don't have any script in front of me. I don't have any teleprompter. It's just right here, okay? The camera. I'm driving, and I talk from one thing to the next, and I absolutely ramble for an hour and a half, okay? I'm like, sometimes when I read this shit, I'm like, where do these people come up with this stuff? Like, seriously? Okay. I mean, I don't mind being a conspiracy of the world, not at all. I think that's kind of cool. Why don't you call Coast to Coast AM and see if they'll have the story of Peter Monn on there. But let's just put this out there, okay? So last night my vlog was an hour and 57 minutes, right? So that means that before I get in my car, which yesterday was several times throughout the day, some of it was grocery shopping, okay? The other part was my shoes, which by the way I have on and they're so comfy. I have my slippers from Eddie Bauer on. And that means that I have to sit at a computer and I have to outline and script the whole conversation that I'm gonna have, right? Now, because I don't have a teleprompter, I have to memorize said script, and then I have to get in a car and I have to vlog the whole thing, right? Okay? And not only that, but if you watch not just this channel, but any of my channels, I think you would realize pretty soon that I'm very tangential and I'm all over the place, right? Like I go from one topic to the next to the next. It's called having ADHD, right? So, how you keep on script and you don't go off script for an hour and 57 minutes, this would be my suggestion to anybody out there that thinks that. I would like you tonight to sit down and I would like you to script out an hour and 57, I'll be fair, okay? An hour and 15 minutes. So I'll take 45 minutes off of it. I'd like for you to sit down and, or what would that be, an hour and 12 minutes, I guess? Script out an hour and 12 minutes of a vlog, driving around in a car, literally hopping from subject to subject to subject, okay? And then I want you to commit to memory and then get in a car, film it for an hour and 12 minutes, and then you let me know how you do, okay? And good luck on your vlog channel, by the way. I mean, seriously, y'all think I have that kind of time? I don't have that kind of time, I really don't. And even if I did, that's not what I would be doing. I'd be sitting at home with the dogs taking a nap, or I'd probably spend the time vlogging instead of scripting my vlog, which is actually what I do. I just love sitting here and talking, and I feel like I'm talking to you guys. You know, I feel like to some degree it's like I just have a friend sitting in the car talking to me. It's like it comes very naturally to me. So, you know, it's interesting because I think that was on Twitter and that was like a couple days ago or something, but I used to get tagged in a lot of like really like people saying stuff about me or whatever. It doesn't really happen as much anymore, but I've never been someone, now in the past I will tell you, when I had a lot of like you know 2 years ago or whatever, I did block people on Twitter, and I've never gone in, and I think there's only been like 1 or 2 people I've gone in and unblocked because we had a conversation about it. And that time it was just kind of like my attitude was like, I just don't want to see all this, you know what I mean? But I haven't blocked really anybody since then. I haven't, you know, like maybe 1 to 3 people in the last year and a half, and I can't even think of a reason why I would have. And but it's interesting when I'm like tagged in this stuff and I'm like, why are you tagging me? Do you want me to see it so bad that you just dislike me? The majority of it is all nice. You guys are always like, hey, I loved your video, or I can't wait for your vlog, or whatever. I love that. I think it's so sweet, you know? But like people get so upset about the whole blocking thing, and in fact I even made a video I think like a year and a half ago called Jeffree Star blocked me or something, and then he ended up, this was before I had ever talked to him, and then he ended up unblocking me after I made the video because everybody was like, Peter Monn's always supportive of you or whatever. And but like I've never understood why people get real upset when they get blocked. Now I will say this, like if you just say something random like I don't agree with you, and then like I would block you, like I would totally understand that, right? But if you're like tweeting me and you're like, I'm just using this as an example, and you're like, you're, you know, the disgusting POS or whatever, or I can't stand you. Okay, like if I decide to block you for that because I don't want to have to deal with that on my social media, I think that makes absolute sense, don't you think? Like it's kind of, it's my business at that point if I want to block you or not. I don't. I just don't. I'm like, let people say what they say. I have thought recently maybe I need to start if I, you know, block, but I don't, you know? But what's funny is so many people do, and then, you know, like, whatever drama channel or video I'm doing, you know, if it's about a beauty guru, if it's about Logan or Jake Paul or whatever, when you read the tweets in there, it's always like, well, I said this and they blocked me, or I said this, and it's like these big YouTubers block them, right? And what's interesting to me about it is that these people get real upset that they get blocked on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm always wondering, well, like, what the hell did you say? Because it would have to take a lot for someone to block them, you know, and be like, done with you, block you, right? Unless they just go on a blocking spree, and I've never really understood that. But I also don't understand why people are surprised when they say shitty things to people that people block them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand why that's a big mystery to people. Like, what don't you understand? If you talk shitty to somebody, they're probably not going to want to hear it. You know what I mean? But it's all kind of funny to me, all of it. Now, as I say this, probably like 5 people will come out of the woodwork and they'll be like, well, you blocked me. And then I'll be like, oh, guess I did. I forgot. But I haven't blocked anybody in a long time. I can't remember the last time. Now, I've been blocked. I've been blocked, but I haven't blocked anybody. I can't remember the last time that I actually blocked somebody. I can't. Oh well, social media, right? I love it, but whenever somebody says something to me about being too old, I'm like, well, maybe I am too old for all this shit, you know? I don't know. Of course, I was messing with the camera. It was almost at the end time anyway. I don't know, maybe I am too old for it. I don't feel too old for it, though. I was watching a Jason Nash vlog with he and Trisha Paytas, and I'm like, okay, you know, like Jason Nash and I are like almost exactly the same age, and he's friends with David Dobrik, and he has a shit ton more followers and subscribers than I'll ever dream of having. And I was like, do people, and I don't go in his comment sections and look, but I was like, do people call him the old man of YouTube? Are people always coming for him saying, you hang out with all the younger people, why do you do that, blah, 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 whatever. Do I look older than Jason Nash though? I don't know, maybe I do. Maybe I look a lot older than him. I think if I didn't have white hair and a white beard, I don't think I would, I mean, I think people immediately guess me for 100, but I'm not. It's interesting that, like, as I get older, like, I care about being in shape. I care about being able to, you know, be healthy and be around. And, you know, on a side note, superficial note, be able to wear fun clothes and stuff again. But I don't care so much about, like, looking 30. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, like, when I was younger, I thought I would be kind of consumed with that. But I'm really not. Like, I really don't care, you know? And it's so interesting to me that I'm not interested, you know, I don't care about that. You know, like, I do like the masks and the lotions and stuff like that because I want to keep my skin smooth, but it's not like I'm hyper obsessed with it. I do that stuff almost more because I enjoy it. Oh, by the way, let me just say, so this stupid one right here, I went on, apparently, Beautylish to buy the Alien palette. Okay, now I don't know how this is because I bought other products from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So how, I didn't know, but like when I got on Google, I Googled Jeffree Star Cosmetics and I pulled it up and it said Alien palette, and so I went right to it. Well, it took me apparently to Beautylish or whatever that website is, and I bought it from there. And they said, oh my God, what is going on? There's like 6 police officers, they got people out and everything. Because I had said in a video or somewhere, oh, I'd said it on Twitter, that the, what do you call it? The eggnog lip scrub was out, right? And people were like, no, on Beautylish it's out, but on Jeffree Star Cosmetics it's still available. You can still go buy it. Which is why I only bought the pumpkin pie lip scrub on there. So, get on Jeffree Star Cosmetics today, and all of the lip scrubs are still available. So I was like, I bought the other 3. I bought the salted caramel, I bought the eggnog, which I'm so excited about, and I bought the French toast. So I'm gonna be doing a review of Jeffree Star's lip scrubs holiday collection. Now, let me ask you a question, okay? Do you think I should do it on my review channel, or do you think I should do it on my Peter Monn channel? This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing the palette first impressions unboxing and giveaway, because I'm doing a giveaway on it. I almost thought about buying 2 because so many people said they really wanted it, but they couldn't afford it. And I was like, oh, I would like to do that for some people for Christmas. So I almost thought about buying 2 of them, but I didn't. They're expensive. They're $52. And because I bought mine on Beautylish, I'm so pissed about this. Because I bought mine on Beautylish, so I was talking to Bridge Lugs, and I was like, when did you get your palette, or when do you get your palette or something? And he was like, well, I like ordered it, so he's gonna be having his real early, we'll just say that, okay? He got his rushed there. He got like paid for shipping or something, I don't know. And I was like, oh, well, I was gonna do that too, but mine was back ordered. And he was like, where was it back ordered? Well, I didn't know I had ordered it. He goes, it wasn't back ordered. And I was like, so I said, when do you get yours? And he like told me, I can't even remember what the date is, but it's early. And I'm like, oh, I go, mine doesn't even ship until November 26th. He started laughing on the phone. I was like, oh, I'm so pissed. So anyway, mine will be basically the last unboxing out there. But anyway, so yeah, I'm doing that, and I don't know when my lip scrubs will come. My Jeffree Star lip scrubs from Jeffree Star will probably come before my other one that I ordered from Beautylish. And, but anyway, I'm gonna do that. So I bought those other, so thank you for saying that on there, because I didn't even know, I wasn't even thinking. But I think what I'm gonna do is do the Alien palette review, well, not review, but first impressions unboxing and giveaway on my Peter Monn channel. And I'm thinking about doing the lip scrubs on my review channel. What do you think? Do you think that's stupid? Do you like that idea? Let me know in the comment section below. I keep on seeing all of these affordable holiday items that are like holiday themed items that I would really like to review on my review channel. I'm gonna start my holiday reviews on Monday. So I was gonna post one today, but I am going to not post on that channel today and tomorrow. So starting on Monday, I'm gonna be posting regularly on that review channel. So if you haven't already subscribed, go over and subscribe and watch the videos and give it some love. And I will be posting on there regularly starting on Monday. Well, I mean, I've already been posting regularly, but I've been posting like 2 videos, maybe 3 a week. Over there starting on Monday, I'm gonna try to post on a really regular basis. So yeah. What are you guys doing? It's Sunday when you're watching this. So did you have a nice Saturday night? Are you just waking up? Did you go out to brunch? Are you sleeping in? Are you watching YouTube videos and just chilling in bed? Is it warm outside? Is it snowing? What's the story, Morning Glory? It's 5 till 10, and I'm almost like done vlogging for the night. I was gonna do a live stream. Maybe I'll go home and do a little bit of a live stream before I go to the gym, and then I'll go to the gym late. Tanya's out of town. My good Judy Tanya, and then my good Judy Valerie's out of town. Melissa and Jason are busy. Alex went out with Sarah. Just another boring Saturday night. Oh, no. I should have called my sponsor. I'm going to a meeting with her tonight. Kentucky Fried Chicken is packed. Packed, I tell ya. At 5 till 10, I wonder what time they're open till. That's weird. Red Lobster, packed. do you know, like, I think I've only ever been to Red Lobster like once. I've either like, I remember going in there, and I don't remember if I actually ate a meal with somebody or not, because, you know, I don't love fish. But I do remember that I had like the rolls like one time, like 20 years ago, but I don't even know if they're like the same rolls that everybody talks about, because everybody's always like, oh my God, the battery's about to die. Everybody's always like, have you had the rolls at Red Lobster? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh my God, the rolls are so good. So if I had them, I don't even remember them, but I do kind of like, in my eyes, I can see myself like sitting there. I like went with like, maybe it was like this guy that I was dating and his like mom one time, like, and that would have been like, when I was like 19. That was like the last time I went to Red Lobster. So, all right, well, listen, I'm gonna turn this off. It's about to die, and I'm gonna charge the battery when I get home for a little bit, and then when I go to the gym, I'll come back and finish it up a little bit. So, all right, guys, see you later. Hello. All right, I am on the way to the gym, and I'm not happy. Let me tell you why. Okay, this is, I know, first world problems, but I was live streaming and I had my phone next to me. I have a new hat on. Well, it's not a new hat, it's an old hat, but I'm wearing it new because I think I'm gonna make it my gym hat. And it says on here, I was saved by rock and roll Levi's. And it's a cute trucker hat, don't you think? It's like blue and red and white. Anyway, my phone was next to me and I thought it was pretty charged. I keep my phone charged pretty much most of the time. And I was almost done with the live stream and I'd gone like an hour, and I looked at my phone and it was at 20%. I was like, oh shit. So I charged it towards like the last 10 minutes of the vlog, and then I tried to stay at the house for a couple minutes, but I wanted to get out. It's already, let's see, it's 12:28 in the morning. And I mean, I didn't want to get to the gym at 2 o'clock in the morning and wait for my phone to be charged, but I wanted to be able, I don't know why I do this, but I wanted to be able to listen to music while I was working out. So yeah. But I guess that's not gonna happen. Well, I'm gonna listen to it while I'm on the Stairmaster and or elliptical or whatever you guys call that machine. And then if I still have if I still have juice, you guys are like, this is so stupid, I know. If I still have juice on my phone left when I'm done, then while I'm lifting, I'll listen to it. If not, I brought my cord to plug into it. It's actually plugged in right now, but this car charger does like nothing for it. It takes like 5 hours to charge at 10%. It's ridiculous. Anyway, and but hey, listen, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym, so I'm proud of myself. And I did a live stream, I had a lot of fun. And yeah. And I was just listening to some Christmas music. I was leaving. It was Rosemary Clooney. Snow, there will be snow. That's from White Christmas too, I think. Is it from White Christmas? I'm almost positive. So yeah. And oh, it was so funny because Alex and I were talking when I got home, and he and Sarah went to this like margarita bar, Mexican restaurant, upscale one. But then they went to Thunderbird, which is what I was talking about. And he texted me and he was like, I was telling because he's friends with like the bar manager there. And he was like, I was telling him about your grandpa, that he was like one of the original bartenders at this bar back in the day. And I was like, that is so funny, because I was just talking about that on my vlog. And I said, well, isn't that weird? And he was like, yeah, because we're so connected. I had such a good time in the live stream, and you guys were so nice to me. And you know, it was like going through, I've been like, yesterday, I don't know if I talked about this on here or not, but I went into my Instagram DMs. I've been trying to really answer more of them. I went in and like I went in and I answered like, I have so many Instagram messages. I mean, hundreds, literally. And so I've been going in and trying to answer some of those. And then on my Snapchat, I went in and I think I got all of my Snapchat messages. It went back to like August. So, messing with the camera, and I'd only been on like 3 minutes. So what I was saying was that I like got on and I was like answering a lot of people on Instagram and Snapchat late last night. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if I talked about this earlier or not on here, but I'm gonna try to be more active on Snapchat and on Instagram. So if you guys send me messages on there, I'm gonna try to keep up with them. Snapchat, I'm up to date with right now, I think. Like all the way back to August. It doesn't appear that I have any more messages on there. So I don't know if they just go away or what happens. I don't really understand. So And then on Instagram, I have so many messages, direct messages on Instagram, and they go back so far that I'm trying to keep up with those too. So, I don't know, just you guys, the messages, the support that you send me, the love, that just you guys, the funny things that you send me, the pictures of your dogs, the pictures of you watching my stuff, like on the huge screen in your house. I love all of that. It just, you know, just all of it. I just love all of it. So, I will tell you this, that if you send me something like on Snapchat, if it's to me, like if it's a picture of snow, but you don't say like, hey Peter, do you like the snow? Like often I don't know if that's like for me or if it's just like somebody's just posting that stuff and tagging, you know, like 50 people in it. I don't know. So I don't usually respond to those because I don't know if they're for me or if people know who I am, or I don't even know how I get those. I'm not that smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, but anyway. I just noticed, like, when I went upstairs, because during my live stream, my nose was starting to bother me. It was, like, itching. And I went upstairs, and I noticed that, like, right here was, like, a lot longer. I have been meaning, when I'm at Walmart or Meijer, to buy, like, little scissors to trim around there. And I keep on forgetting to do it. Because I have these huge scissors, and I'm afraid that I'm just going to, like, cut half of my, like, you know, mustache beard part up here off. But anyway, I tried to clean it up a little bit there, and I think I still missed a little bit. So anyway, it's been a good night. It's been a good Saturday night. A boring Saturday night. I'm ready for brunch tomorrow. I'm hungry. I am ready to go to brunch tomorrow. The thing is, I have to be real careful because in the past, like I am consistent on my cheat days. I go like way overboard. Like they're not cheat meals. It's like cheat days. Like it's bad. And I have to be real careful of that tomorrow. I cannot, like, you know, go overboard. I have to, okay, I'm going to eat this meal and then get back on track. For a long time, I did the intermittent fasting. Has anybody out there done it? Like a lot of bodybuilders swear by it. And it's where you like, you have one day where you feast. So like Sunday could be like your feast day. And then Monday would be like your fast day. So Monday you fast. So you feast on one day and the next day you, I've thought actually about doing this again. I'm sure like a lot of people say it's real healthy. A lot of people say it's not healthy. I'm sure there's 20 different opinions or 100 different opinions about both sides. But anyway, so like one day you pick and you like feast and you basically eat whatever you want to eat. And then the next day you fast. And then after that, like the other 5 days of the week, you eat 1,000 calories a day. That's what the articles that I read about intermittent fasting. Have you guys done it? Do you believe in it? Do you know anything about it? I did. I will show you. I don't know how many calories I get a day on that my Fitness Pal, but I've got quite a few left, and I don't need to eat all of the calories, obviously, but I think I have something ridiculous, like 800 or 900 calories left. So I brought this berries and green smoothie that I didn't eat, or I didn't drink yesterday because I didn't go work out, and I think it's like 90 calories. It's 90 calories, 2 servings, so it's 180 calories. And then I bought this Cliff Builders Protein Chocolate Mint Bar, and it's 270 calories, 20 grams of protein. So I'm gonna eat one of them when I get done working out. I could literally eat a sack of Big Macs right now. I'm so hungry. The thing about eating earlier is, I remember this when I did it like before and I lost a lot of weight and I would like stop eating earlier in the day. Like my first 2 weeks were grueling. Like I really, really, really struggled with it. And then after that, I was fine. Like I was absolutely fine after that. But that first 2 weeks, it was so hard for me. I really had a hard time sticking to it. In my live stream tonight, I was talking about the length of my vlog, and a couple people said that they love the long vlogs, and like every time I post it, people are always like, oh, thank you so much about the long vlogs. But then there were a couple people that were like, can you keep a couple of them like 30 or 40 minutes so I can catch up, which I can totally do. And so can you guys really sound off in the comment section below and let me know really like what you think about the length of the vlogs, suggestions? I'm totally open to whatever you have to say. I mean, the reality is they're not gonna probably be 15 or 20 minutes. That's just not gonna happen. They're gonna be, you know, upwards of 30 plus minutes. But like, it's a fluke when it's as long as it was last night. I mean, I'm not gonna do that every day, obviously. And quite frankly, I mean, an hour and 57 minutes to vlog. I mean, if I did it throughout the day, I think it would be really easy to do because it'd be like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. But I think to do, you know, I don't know. So can you let me know in the comment section below what you guys think as far as the length of the vlogs and what you'd like to see? Because if it's overwhelming for you, I don't want to make it that long, you know what I mean? And I can also post like a long one, 2 shorter ones that are 40 minutes or whatever, 30 minutes. And then I can post a longer one. You know what I mean? I can do back and forth. So I don't know if you guys could kind of let me know what you like best. Because, I mean, yes, I do the vlogs for me because it's fun to have kind of a diary of my life. But I also do them because I want you guys to enjoy listening to them. Or it's so funny because I know so many of you listen to them like a podcast, like while you're driving and stuff. I like this hat. I think this hat is cute. You know, the problem was when I was like 10, 15 pounds heavier, a lot of my hats weren't fitting me. And I'm wondering if because I've lost just a little bit of weight even, that my hats are starting to fit me the way that I like them to fit. See, this is like the exact perfect trucker hat fit that I like. Oh my God, I think people are at the gym. Seriously? At 12:30 on a Saturday night? I thought I was safe to go into the water. Oh my God, there's like, holy shit. There's like 4 cars there. There can't be that many people at the gym at this time. Do you think people went there and worked out together? Do people really go to the gym at 12:30 at night on a Saturday night? Oh my God. God, there are like 4 cars here, but I don't see anybody in there working out. Where are the people? I wonder if they're at this Mexican restaurant. I see 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. Yep, there's 3 people in there right now. God, I can't believe it. All right, well, I'm gonna go in. That makes me nervous. I'm gonna go in and I will be back when I get done. You guys wanna see the gym? This makes me so nervous. See, there's the machines. I'll be right there looking out the window. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back. I don't even know what time I said that I went in there. It was like 1 something. I'm gonna drink my smoothie, not eat my bar. But look at my hair. It is like soaking wet. I'm so sweaty. It is 3:07. I think I was in there for like about 2 hours. I had such a great workout. I feel so good right now. I think it's called the elliptical. I did 20, like the weight loss, like there's like different programs you pick, you know. I used to always just do it by manual, but I did the elliptical for 28 minutes. It's like, and I don't know how you figure out the things yet. I'm gonna have to ask my personal trainer guy on Wednesday when I meet with him. But it's like, one is like the levels and the other one is like, I don't know, the intensity or something. And I'm like doing like 5 and 4. So right now that's what I'm doing. But, and then but it runs for 28 minutes and then it stops. This is so good. I probably should have eaten that bar because it has more protein in it after a workout, but quite frankly, this just sounds better to me right now. Do you see it? It's like purple. And it's berries and green veggies, but it tastes so good. I think it has kale and stuff in here. Okay, this is so funny, you guys. I sat there. Okay, first of all, I totally forgot how much I love working out, and that like when I get in the zone, I'm like it's like a natural high for me. And you have to remember, like, I haven't used drugs or alcohol in 23 years and 11 months next week, right? So for me, like, endorphins really give me a natural high. It's like why I love going and dancing at music festivals and you know, all that kind of stuff. I had forgotten how much I really like it when I get into it. And so I did 28 minutes on the elliptical, and then I did my whole upper body. Did I show you my little book? I showed you my little book, didn't I? So I did all of my upper body stuff. And then after that, I did 20 more minutes because Alex got home and he was like, I'm going to bed. So I was like, well, I don't have anything to do. So I stayed there. And I thought, okay, the first night that I went, I got back on it and I did 12 minutes to make it a total of 40. So that was kind of my goal. But I just kept on going, I kept on going, I kept on going. And I was listening to music, and the music was good, and it was dance music. And I was like, I'm having so much fun. So, yeah, I'm really getting into this right now. Like, I'm really feeling good about this. And, I feel fantastic, but, there were like 2 or 3 people when I got there. You know, I was all nervous about it. They left real quick, and then I had the gym mostly to myself for the whole night. And then right before, like a half an hour before I left, this guy came in, and he lifted weights for like 5 minutes and walked on a treadmill for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then he left. And, he was like really in shape. So is that like something that people do? Like they come in there and they just like work out for like 15 minutes to like make sure that, I didn't get it. But I was like, all right, hey, that's me. At least you walk into the gym. But he looked like he could be in a bodybuilder deal. I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't in the mood to be there or something. But anyway, but I was sitting there on like the stool, and because I had posted, of course, the obligatory selfie from the gym, because I'm gonna post these, and I was like reading through people's comments, and I had done like this thing where I said like I might do a Q&A with Alex or something. But anyway, it was so interesting because I got so many direct messages like on Instagram from people asking me if the Morningstar sausage patties, they're like the maple flavored sausage patties, are good. I don't know if I talked about it on here or not today, but I showed the picture, because I took a picture this morning on Instagram and I put it. It was very like, you know, weight loss journey kind of stuff. It was like the Morningstar sausage, a banana, and my smoothie, and I was real excited about it, see? Okay, so, I'm trying to get excited about this shit. The more excited I am, the better chances I have to stick with it, okay? So, let's just call it out how it is, right? If I hate every minute of it, I'm not gonna do it. Let's just be for real. I gotta get real motivated. I gotta think like I'm a marathon runner and things, see? Okay, so, and I just wanna tell you this. I cannot tell you, like, listen, I'm no fool, okay? There are people out there, there are people that watch me, I know, that are in such incredible shape and have, you know, degrees and, you know, exercise science, and they're dietitians and they're nutritionists and doctors, and, you know, they're in fantastic shape, and you guys have been working out forever. And listen, I know, I don't know a whole lot about this, and I just got started, okay, a couple days ago. I get it, right? But, so I am totally open to any suggestions that you guys have. But let me just tell you the amount of messages I have gotten just in the last 2 days alone from people saying, thank you so much for inspiring me to go back to the gym. Thank you so much for inspiring me to, you know, like start dieting again and get healthy again and all this kind of stuff. And listen, it's tough. You know, at Thanksgiving and Christmas time, like this is the toughest time of the year. And, you know, people always ask me, like, how do you do Thanksgiving and Christmas with dieting and stuff like that? Well, I don't know, you give yourself one cheat day, you know, a week or something like that, and then you just don't beat yourself up too bad about it, and you eat on Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's just not that deep. I'm not going to Thanksgiving and I'm not going to Christmas and not eating. I'm just not, okay? Life is too short. You can lose weight the next day. Life is just too damn short to be that strict about it on those days. Go and enjoy your pumpkin pie and pile on all the dressing and the, you know, mashed potato. You got to. Life's too short. You know what I mean? So anyway, and not beat yourself up about it and go, oh, I fell off my diet. Go into it and tell yourself, I'm gonna eat what I wanna eat. I don't have to eat overboard. I can eat in moderation today. I don't have to stuff myself until I can't move. You know, you can tell yourself that, but you're allowed to have what you wanna have on Christmas. Listen, life's too short. It's like when I go out to a dinner with friends, and you know, I actually have these friends of mine, and they're like marathon runners, both a couple. He started off doing like we were in their wedding, they were in ours. He started off doing like Ironmans and stuff, and she was doing like Pilates and CrossFit, and now she runs marathons. I mean, you have never seen two people in such great shape. She runs like 20 miles a day, okay? I'm like, when I see her, I'm like, girl, seriously? I mean, she looks so fantastic, right? They are the neatest couple. When we go out and eat and stuff with them, they eat what they want to eat, okay? They're not sitting there picking, you know, apart the sandwich and just eating the lettuce and things like that. They eat what they want to eat, right? When I go out to eat with friends of mine, and this, I mean, obviously part of the reason why I'm overweight is because I eat what I want to eat, right? But I've been on diets before, or healthy changes, when I don't allow myself to have anything, and then I'm miserable, see? Like, I'm not enjoying it at all. And it's like when we go out to eat, like, Alex is real good about this, you know? He will go and, I mean, sometimes he eats a lot, but, like, if we go, like, he always gets a hamburger, cheeseburger, he'll always get a protein style with no bun on it, right? If we get cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory, like with Melissa, we split it 3 or 4 ways, because Jason doesn't usually eat the cheesecake, he'll have like 1 or 2 bites. Alex doesn't have the whole half the cheesecake like I do, see? But I'm trying to go in and not have to have as much of it. So you can enjoy Christmas and Thanksgiving. This is at least my attitude going into it. I'm like, hey, if you think I'm not gonna enjoy my cousin and her husband's cooking, because like they are fantastic cooks, I'm eating on Thanksgiving, okay? And it just means I get more of my favorites, see, because I'm a vegetarian. So I'm gonna get a lot of mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna get a lot of macaroni and cheese, and then she'll have cheese and, you know, deviled eggs and all that stuff, and I'll just eat all that, see? Rolls, pumpkin pie, I'll have like 4 pieces of pumpkin pie. No, I won't. But anyway, I posted that picture, and people were asking me, like, how good the morning start. First of all, when I posted that picture, I didn't think I'd get 1 comment on it, and I literally got like 10 comments on it. And people were like, are those really good? Like, I bought them and I haven't tried them yet. Or I was gonna buy those, are they really good? Now I understand how all this shit works, because I sit there and look at people's pictures and I'm like, oh, see, this is paid advertising. Morningstar should be paying me, but they're not. This is how it is for me. Like, I look at people's stuff and I'm like, oh my God, I want that, right? Like, oh, that looks so good. Like, I could eat healthier if I had that too. Yes, the Morningstar sausages were absolutely delicious. In fact, they were so delicious, I could have eaten the entire thing. Now, were they exactly like a sausage? No, but they were good enough as a vegetarian. I'd had them before. I don't know if I'd had the maple ones, but back in the day, when I wanted like sausage biscuits, I would make them back in the day. I would like make biscuits and you can make your own sausage biscuits like that, you know, put cheese on them, they're good. They hold up to sausage. It's weird because I don't even know how to explain this, but if you're a vegetarian, you'll understand what I mean by this, okay? Or even if you're not, you've tried some of these things. Like, the Morningstar sausage patties are good to me, but they don't necessarily 100% taste like a sausage. They taste like a sausage patty, they do. I mean, it's replacement meat. But in a weird way, like, they're so different that in a weird way, I like them as their own, not compared to anything, if that makes sense. It's like the chicken nuggets by Morningstar, I love them. I think they're great. Like, even if I wasn't a vegetarian, I would eat them. And just as like, because I like them, because they're so good, you know? It's like the pub burger from Corn, Q-U-O-R-N. That pub burger is so good. I love it. It's real fattening, though. So anyway, yeah, I'm having a good time with all this. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be sore as shit tomorrow. I know I am. But I don't care, because I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go up into Cafe Patachou and I'm gonna have me an omelet and potatoes and a bagel and coffee and everything. I'm so excited. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support, and it just means the world to me that you, of course, I was messing with it. You know, it's like all focused in. My smeary window. Yeah, anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support. You know, I know it's only been a couple days, but it's like, I know that there are going to become times when I'm like not as focused as I am right now, because it's exciting to me and it's new, and I really am like, my goal is set right now, even though, to be honest with you, it seems super overwhelming to me to lose all this weight. It was interesting, somebody said on my vlog, they said, you know, you should cut it down into increments of, I want to lose this amount of weight, like, you know, 5-10 pounds at a time and whatever. And that is so weird, because when I've heard that obviously before, but when I lost weight, when my ex and I broke up, that was how I did it. I did it 5 pounds at a time, and it really worked for me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that as well. I'm actually gonna do 10-pound increments because I'd like to lose between like 5 and 10 pounds like every 4 to 6 weeks. And I think that's kind of realistic, isn't it? Don't they say like 2 pounds a week? So 2 times 4 is like 8. So yeah, 5 to 10 pounds, somewhere in there. I mean, I would love to lose 10 pounds a month. I would just like, that would be my dream goal. What is that, about 2.5 pounds a week? That's not too unhealthy, isn't it? I don't think that's too unhealthy. The thing is, like, in the past, when I've lost weight really fast, I put it on twice as fast, you know? And I don't want to do that. I want to have this be a healthy lifestyle change. I want to eat healthier and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, like right now, it's really exciting for me. It's new. Like, my mind is set on this goal. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, I can do this. It's weird that I'm like doing it like around Thanksgiving and Christmas, because for me, those are good months for me to make excuses, you know, like, oh, well, I want a pumpkin pie, or oh, I want this, or oh, I want that, you know. So it's interesting to me that that I chose, but it's just like, I don't know what it was. I just woke up and I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done being overweight and not feeling good about it. I had talked about it on here, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to the gym and get a new gym membership. And that was really what it did. And then that motivating me to like get back to making daily videos and writing again, and I just feel so positive, and I just feel so happy and happy. And you guys out there are awesome. Like, you make it all worth it. I love it. It's just so awesome. And Wolfpackers for life, if you consider yourself a Wolfpacker. Put a little blue heart below. And so, you know, I don't know. I just feel very hopeful, very positive, very excited about life right now, very on track. And it's good. It's a good thing. And so the support means a lot to me, because there are going to be days that I'm not feeling like I was today, okay? Like, it was kind of easy for me. Like, I ate my dinner, my shitty lean cuisine. It didn't taste very good. And it just didn't, okay? The banana tasted better than this pasta that I had. And it tastes like, kind of like dog food, I thought, a little bit, but not with any meat in it. So anyway, I didn't even finish the whole thing. That's how horrible it was. But, you know, it's like, it was. Those lean cuisines, they make them look so good on the cover, don't they? Oh my God. You think you're eating in an Italian restaurant, you're not. They taste like shit. They taste like freezer burn. That's the truth of the nature. I mean, they do taste like freezer burn. They are not that good. If you have a favorite lean cuisine that's vegetarian as well, put it in the comment section below, because okay, when I lost weight before eating all the, do you know when I was in here and I was talking about how I ate 2 lean cuisines a day? They still have it, I think, but it doesn't look the same as it used to. Now it's like medallions, but it was basil and chicken, linguine, I think is what it was. It was so good, and I would eat 2 of those for dinner every night. That's what I ate. And that's how I lost all the weight. That's what I ate for dinner every night. But the lean cuisines just are not, they're just not that hot to try. And I need to get like I need to figure out something else to do, like these, I need to get more Morningstar stuff, I guess, or something, you know? Yeah, but you guys are awesome, because you're gonna keep me on track, and I know you will. And no, and I love that there are some of you out there that have started around the same time as I have. I feel like there's kind of like a group of us that are doing it together. It's like we're on a big group walk together down the street, right? I love it. So, anyway. You know, I was thinking about this earlier today, that when I lost weight, that was the year that my mom passed away. And I mean, I wasn't, like, I think the thinnest I probably was that year, I don't even remember, but I was like lifting like 3-5 times a week, and I was like running every day at some points and stuff. I mean, I was super in shape, you know? And I just remember, like, just being excited, you know? Like, I mean, other than my mom passing away and being sick, like, that summer, like when I was going to visit my friend in Denver a lot, like I had such a great summer. I was going out there like, I mean, every 2 to 3 weeks to visit him for like 4 or 5 days. I had so much fun with him out there. You know, I just was like, I don't know, I just was in, it just felt good. And the time before that I had lost a lot of weight, they kind of like, you know, it's interesting. I shouldn't say this, right? But the times I've lost weight before have coexisted with me like getting out of relationships. And the time before that was when my first ex and I broke up. But he and I was never heavy in that relationship. He worked out at the gym like every day. And so towards the end of our relationship, I'd say the last 6 months, I started going to the gym every day too. And that was like, I was in really good shape. But you know, I look back on all of that and I just remember like how happy I was. And I could wear all different kinds of clothes. And I was so excited on a daily basis. And I just felt like I could move. And you know, it's like, now it's like sometimes it's like a bitch to like, you know, bend over and tie my shoes, or I do get like huffing and puffing if I have to run up like 3 flights of stairs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like that. I want to be healthy. I want to have a good life. I want to be excited every day that I get up. And you know, like if eating healthier and working out is part of that, then hey, I'm right there for it. But I want to enjoy that process while I'm doing it, you know? And listen, I'll take all the resources that are out there that I can afford, you know? That's why I'm gonna take this free personal trainer appointment this week. But anyway. And this time, like, Alex and I are trying to eat really healthy together, you know? I've never really had that in a relationship. Like, my first boyfriend, you know, we have, like, my ex and I, well, my first boyfriend, he could eat whatever he wanted to eat. He never really had to watch anything that he was eating. But my second boyfriend, like, we got real heavy in the relationship, and then, I mean, we did every diet in the world. We did Weight Watchers, we did the Cabbage soup diet, and stuff like that. But, like, one of us would always fall off of it, like, right away. Like, we just, you know, we weren't in it for the long haul together. We totally enabled each other. You know, we'd be sitting there doing the Cabbage soup diet, and I'd be like, I am so hungry. And he'd be like, do you want to go get Arby's? And I'd be like, let's go. I mean, that was like really like, we had made cabbage soup for literally probably 2 weeks, okay? And it's all sitting over there on the stove. And we are like, you know, I think back on some of this shit. We're like 6 bowls deep, okay, in this stuff. 6 bowls deep in this. Just think about that for a second, okay? Cabbage soup. You can eat as much of it as you want. Have y'all heard about this diet? You think I'm lying? Google it, okay? It's called the Cabbage soup diet. You make this huge cabbage soup, right? And you can eat as much of it as you want. That's the diet. Are you kidding me? Okay, it tastes like shit, first of all, okay? Not to mention, you know what goes along with eating a lot of cabbage, right? Okay, which is kind of the idea. So, we made this huge pie. He had done it before and lost like 10 pounds overnight or something, he said. It was always, those were kind of the unhealthy diets we always wanted to do, right? That, you know, like, oh, you know, the grapefruit diet, you lose like 40 pounds in 2 days because I'm going on a trip. You know, that was the kind of shit I fell into. It's disgusting thinking. Don't fall into that. That's unhealthy. Listen, if you lose that much weight in 2 days to 5 days, it's not healthy for your body anyway, okay? Go, be heavier, enjoy your trip. Don't be stressing your body out like that. It's not healthy for you. Listen, I've done it. I put my body through it before just so I could get into a bathing suit. And let me just tell you, okay? 5 pounds don't make that much of a difference when you're sitting on a bathing suit or on the beach. They just don't. You're not going to look that much different in 5 pounds. Don't put your body through that kind of stress. Go and enjoy the trip. So anyway, but we would do these ridiculous diets. Now, Weight Watchers we did was a good diet. That was probably the one that we stuck to the longest. But we did the cabbage soup diet. We did all of them. I mean, every single one of them. That South Beach diet was so complicated. We did that one. I was so confused by it. But one night we were sitting there. And we're like, screw this, what do you call it, cabbage soup diet. We were done with that. So yeah, so like Alex and I like eating healthier. Like, I mean, Alex always pretty much makes healthier choices anyway. And then if we're gonna go out to like, you know, he isn't, like, I learned like, you know, eating meals, you know, moderately from him because he doesn't always eat all of his meal. He usually brings a lot of his meals home, you know, the rest of it. And he usually tries to get stuff that's pretty healthy when he's out. Like, sure, like, you know, he'll eat a French fry or two, but he usually opts for, you know, healthier options. So, anyway. I've already informed him tomorrow's my cheat day, because I know we're going to go to the restaurant. He's going to be like, they have lots of healthy options here. And let me tell you that they do, okay? Patashu has vegan omelets out the ass. They have one called I think it's called the Mercedes Hippie, or the Hippie Mercedes or something. It's California Mercedes, or I don't know what it's called, but it's vegan. And everybody says it's the most fantastic omelet in the world, but I want the one that has potatoes in it, so that's what I'm getting tomorrow. It's called the omelet you can't refuse. That's what I get, because you can't refuse it, see? And, but I know he'll be like, there's a lot of healthy options on there, like fruit and arugula. I hate arugula, okay? I think it's I don't like it whatsoever. And I remember the first time I ever had it was at Patashu, and they put it on my plate, and I was like, what is this? And they're like, it's an arugula salad. And I was like, it's a salad? It literally looks like just like some weeds on my plate. Okay, and I'm not that ignorant, right? I mean, I've eaten at lots of nice places that have weird food on your, you know, whatever. So I started eating, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I thought it straight up smelled like marijuana. I did. I was like, oh, no, I can't do this. And they always give you fruit, too, and I was like, no, I don't need the fruit. So now I get potatoes and a bagel. I go full fatty, see? It's Sunday brunch. All right, well, listen, you guys. It is late now. So I'm going to go home, and I am going to render this vlog, and then I'm going to take a shower. And then by that point, it should be rendered. So then I will upload it, so maybe I can get it up early tomorrow. And we'll see. Just depends kind of on the Wi-Fi sometimes. Sometimes it takes a long time, especially. I have no idea. Like this one, because it's been kind of all over the place. I have no idea. It could be an hour. It could be 45 minutes. It's longer than 45 minutes, I know. Or it could be, I don't know. I don't think it's as long as last night. So anyway, don't forget to leave in the comment section below what kind of vlogs you guys like. Do you like the longer ones? Do you like a mix of them? Do you like the shorter ones? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Do something where you really are just enjoying the day. You know, I love that. If you don't have to work on a Sunday, I love that Sundays are such a preparation day for the week. It's one of my, you know, it's my favorite day of the week. I was gonna say one of it. It is my favorite day of the week. So enjoy it, sit around, watch a TV show or something like that, you know. Reward yourself, you deserve it. And again, thank you guys for so much support. It really means the world to me. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.